So when we first started setting up the farm here, we thought about what the layout's going to be. And that's what you're going to think about. If you don't have it laid out yet, you have to lay it out somehow. So that's what we thought. We would stand here by the barn, because the barn was part of what we were renting. There's the house behind it. We weren't renting the house. And the barn was opening up towards the house. So the first thing we did was actually put doors on the barn in the back. So those doors were built by us within, I think, 2 weeks of us leasing the place. We put the doors on. And then the next thing is we built the road to get here. So there was no road here to the back of the barn. So we put in this road, which is really just crusher run, which is crushed up rock. And so it has rock dust and rock in it. And we just had them drop it as they dumped it out to the road. And with a rake, we just smoothed it out. So we brought the road back to the door that we built so that we can get deliveries and we can pick up things and we can get in here. Right? So we had the barn. The barn was where it was going to be. We couldn't move that, or we weren't going to move that. And then we put the road in to lead to the door that we made. And then we would stand at the door and we looked out. And the field had to be where it was because we had to find the most rock-free place. So that's what we did. We found the most rock-free place. We squared it off and made our field. But we wanted to have our flowers and our herbs much closer because we wanted to have the people to come in, because we had a store, to come in, go to the store, and we wanted them to see something beautiful. And so we put all of our flowers here, even though this was full of rocks. And it's still full of rocks. But it was important to have this pretty, almost like a flower garden, an herb garden in the front that people could see. And that was important to us. So our layout had to do with aesthetics. It had to do where things had to go. And then we had to think about function. And that was once we started putting in a wash station and a cold room. And that has everything to do with distance. The closer your vegetables are to the wash station, the more efficient you are. The closer the wash station is to the cold room, the more efficient you are. The better you can put things on wheels, you can have concrete eventually, roll things back and forth. But that's only if you can do it. There may be situations in which you just can't get them closer. And that was our situation. Because the field had to be where it was, out there, because that's where there were less rocks. And our water and our electric was in this direction. We connected the two quickly with a cart, an electric cart to ride it back and forth. If you're able to get these things close, you're always better off. But we had to not only think about the efficiency, but the aesthetic. And I like being able to have the barn face out, see flowers, and see some green and trees before the field. And that's because I have the luxury of having a little bit more space. If you don't have the space and things get brought in tighter, then you can start thinking about efficiency and where the water is, where the electric is, placing them so that the wash station and your cold room can be as close to the field as possible. And then the last consideration is being able to put in your houses and them to get electric and water and where they're going to go, think in the future. And so we thought we would just line them up here and continue our water and electric in the same line. And this way, the road that came in, we can continue to plow in front of all the houses, get the snow out of the way, because in the winter, I'm not going to plow out to the field. I'm just going to plow in front of the houses. And then I can use these houses all winter. So the road we built comes in and goes straight in that direction in front of all the houses, so that we not only can bring electric to the houses, but bring water to the houses, bring the road to the house. So we have transportation, we have plowing, we have electric, we have water, all in the same direction. If we had built these houses out there in the field, where it may have been less rocky, then we'd start running into problems, try bringing all those services there. So, access, snow removal, where those things are permanently, efficiency, those are all going to play into where you put things. And give them a long and hard think. And think about the future. Think about future houses. It's important. And think about access. Getting your van in there to pick up the vegetables. Bringing the vegetables from the field to the wash station. Get yourself a map, Google Maps. Cut out little pieces for your storage, your wash station, your field. Move it around, take a look. How does it look? How does it feel? Come up with as many options as you can based on what you have to do and what you have choices about. And give it a good long think. Know where your water is. Know where the water can go. Know where the electric can go. And get it right. Some things can change. Some things are a lot harder to change.